as you may know, Windows has officially done away with Windows 10. Not quite yet. Finding an ISO for Windows 10 or even putting an ISO on one of your lab environments is just, it's not going to cut it anymore. And we want to play with Windows 11, right? We don't want this crappy Windows 10 anymore. What requirements do we need? What do we need in order to run Windows 11? All right, so you're going to need a processor. 64-bit processor, 1 gigahertz clock speed, and 2 cores. That's the minimum requirement. AMD Ryzen 2000 series and the Intel 8th gen or newer. You're going to get a newer processor if you're going to spend over $200 on a computer. You need 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of free space, UEFI secure boot support. Have to have secure boot. You need the TPM 2.0 module, and that's where this video comes into play because we cannot use vSphere or vCenter with this new TPM 2.0. So vSphere, you're going to need a license that's enterprise level in order to create a VM of Windows 11 to encrypt it. To use Windows 11, you have to encrypt it. So we're going to bypass this encryption requirement. All right. So what you are seeing here, if we move over, we can see the boot manager for VMware Workstation. So we're going to go into the boot menu and we're going to go ahead and start this Windows 11 setup. So once you get to the setup option, we're going to go with previous version setup, right? If you keep going forward, it's actually not going to let you move on. So we'll just Windows 11 home, trust me, go to select the previous option or install. So we're going to go shift, press shift, F10, right? Reg, edit. Okay, now we're going to go to the local machine, the system, and then we are going to look at setup. We're going to create a new key, and we're going to call that lab config. Why? Because I said so. All right, so now once we're in lab config, we have a default string, just for fun, for shits and giggles, right? And now we're going to create a bypass TPM check because we don't want it, and we're going to create the bypass secure boot because that's what's keeping us, right? That's what's stopping us from being able to. That's what's stopping us from being able to boot to Windows 11 or create a Windows 11 image. As I mentioned, if you needed that RAM, if you're only putting 2 gigabytes of RAM on there, which this machine only has 2 gigs, so I have to put a new key or a new value for. We're gonna bypass that RAM check because I don't have enough RAM, and on this machine at least. There's that, and then if you needed the storage check, and I believe we can put that storage check in here, so we're going to bypass the storage check as well, right? We'll just do it manually. Double click one, okay? Now we can close out of the registry, and we'll hit this blue back right here, which if you tried to use the old Windows installation mode or method, that arrow is not there. So you'd actually have to reboot your virtual machine, and it's just a whole pain, okay? I did that painful part for you, even though it takes like 5 minutes. Just go ahead and follow what I did, okay? Then we'll hit next, and you're good to go. You're installing Windows 11 as a VM, bypassing your TPM and boot check. Okay, and then of course those RAM and storage options as well. Those are optional. Don't need to put those in there, but I think people should be aware if you want to play around with Windows 11, developing hacks, or if you are just testing the system, getting into it, Windows 11 VM, destroy it, remake it. Oh, haven't tried it on physical hardware. I do not know if it works. And it should work. There might be a few issues there. Again, I don't know. All right, thanks for watching.